which shoe should you buy? Good morning, YouTube. What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. So, if you live in the Northeast area, and I know it extends a little bit wider than that, but if you live in the Northeast area specifically, then you know that it has been a smoky disaster here for the better half of this past week. Due to the smoke from the wildfires in Canada, also if you live in Canada near these wildfires, I hope you're doing okay. But the fires made the air quality probably the worst that it's ever been here, so running was completely out of the question, especially outside at least. I didn't run at all until Saturday when I'm filming this. I wasn't sure what I was going to make the video for today, but then it came to me. I've been running in super shoes a little bit more lately, and I have two that really stand out and a runner-up that's not in this video, the Hoka Rocket X2. But the two shoes that really stand out for me as my favorite super shoes are the New Balance SC Elite V3 and the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. I got a lot of questions about which shoe I would buy out of the two of these, and it is very tough. But we're gonna try to work through that today and figure out which shoe you should buy out of these two super shoes. I have quite a bit of mileage on the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, and I have two pairs of the SC Elite V3, and I also ran the Brooklyn Half in this recently. So I have a lot of experience in both, and I think I can give you a detailed example of what each shoe is like and what you might prefer. Before we get into all of that though, I do want to please ask you to follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 10K followers, and I'm almost there. It's taken a little bit of time, but any follow I super appreciate. No running footage today, but before we get started, I do want to let you know that this shoe was sent to me by New Balance and this shoe was sent to me by Saucony, and neither company is going to see this before you. They can't tell me what to say, and all of my opinions are always my own. Let's start with the upper of these two shoes. They're both very lightweight, but constructed differently. The SC Elite V3 is using a one-piece knit construction for the upper. Everything's attached here. There's no like real tongue. And that is certainly different from the Endorphin Pro 3 that has an engineered mesh sort of upper. Both of them are very breathable, but I would say that the more breathable of the two is probably the Pro 3. As you can see, there are lots of ventilation holes here. The wind passes right through that forefoot and pretty much throughout the entire shoe. The SC Elite is still very breathable. It's just a little less so because of the construction. Both of these uppers are pretty efficient when it comes to racing, but they both do have some issues that I want to talk about. For the SC Elite V3, if you watch my first and run impressions video, then you'll already know about this, but I have some issues in this area where the knit meets the back heel, where the padding is, this little crease right here. I have to wear KT tape on my ankle in this area so that it doesn't rub, because it does rub and has made me bleed in the past. So that's not really something that I love, but definitely need to point out. And overall, from a design construction standpoint, I don't love this bungee cord lacing here and this attached stretchy tongue. I think that I can get a decent fit, but it takes me a little more time than I'd like. So for that, I'm not crazy about it. Now, the issue with the Endorphin Pro that I have is that my pinky toe on both of my feet in the Pro 3 gets a little bit raw sometimes and irritated. Not sure why that is, but it's something that I've noticed several times while running in this shoe. Probably if I wore KT tape on my pinky toe, it would be fine as well. Just something I don't really like. Overall though, for both of these shoes, I do like the materials used. They're comfortable on the top of my foot. I don't find them to be too hot, obviously, because of the breathability or anything like that. They generally get the job done pretty well. I think, however, for me though, the winner of the upper category, it goes to the Endorphin Pro 3. I just think that a traditional upper for me is better than like a booty construction that you see in this shoe right here. Now down to the good stuff, the midsole. Both of these shoes are using their brand's highest tier of midsole foam. In the SC Elite, we have the Fuel Cell compound, and this is definitely their highest performing version of Fuel Cell that they have, a PBA-based foam, and we also have another PBAX-based foam here in the Endorphin Pro 3 with Power Run PB. It's fascinating that all of these brands have these really high performance foams that somehow manage to feel very different while using similar types of materials. Now, I think the SC Elite feels a lot softer, has more of a sink-in feel to it than the Endorphin Pro 3 has. Now, the Endorphin Pro 3 is still a soft shoe, make no mistake, but it feels a little bit tighter, a little more responsive and reactive to what your foot wants to do or is trying to do. That's not to say that the SC Elite isn't reactive or responsive, it is. But if you're looking for a little bit more cushion and softness to your race day shoe, especially in a marathon, then the SC Elite is probably where you want to go. If you're looking for cushioning, but your priority is response and propulsion, then I would say that the Pro is probably where you want to go. Also, let's not forget both of these shoes have carbon fiber plates. I would say that in the Endorphin Pro 3, the plate is more noticeable. You're going to feel it at the end of your stride, right in that forefoot area. And you feel it as well in the SC Elite 3, but it's not as prominent and aggressive of a feel. I recently ran the RBC Brooklyn Half in the SC Elite V3, and my feet felt comfortable the entire time. They weren't sore after or the next day, and that made me feel a little bit more confident that maybe I could use this in a full marathon. Now, here in the Pro 3, I have done a ton of tempo workouts in this shoe. I mean, that's primarily what I use this shoe for. When I want to go, it goes. But when I think about really long mileage, like 26.2 miles, I feel as if maybe my foot would tolerate the SC Elite V3 a little better. So that's why I'm giving this category to the New Balance shoe. However, it is super close. I mean, so close. I truly feel like I would be fine in this, but because I have more experience and my feet were so comfortable in the SC Elite V3, I feel like it's the right choice to make. Either way though, you really can't go wrong. They're both such good super shoes. And I think to many, and to me especially, a better option than just like the Vaporfly or the Alphafly. Like when it comes to midsole, I would pick these two shoes over either of those any day. Turning both of these shoes over to the outsoles, we have rubber, just rubber I guess, in the SC Elite V3 and carbon rubber in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. While I took the shoe out for the Brooklyn Half and it was a rainy day, the traction was great. I think I like the overall makeup of the outsole, the Pro 3, a little bit better. I like the pattern, the tread pattern. It has a little more bite and grip to it on the road, but this one gets it done just fine as well. However, here for this category, I'm going with the Pro 3. It is worn down quite a bit, especially in the forefoot, the top of the forefoot here, but I have a lot of miles on this shoe, so that's to be expected. And even the foam, while very dirty, is still holding up. No fraying. Moving on to price, they're only a couple bucks different from one another. The New Balance SC Elite V3 is $229.95 on runningwarehouse.com, and the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3 is $224.95 on runningwarehouse.com. So really, if price is what you're concerned with, it's not really gonna matter here because they're pretty much the same. Both are fantastic shoes, so if you are interested in picking up either pair, I will put a link in the description of this video. Just click that and you can pick up your own pair of the SC Elite or the Pro 3. Just keep in mind, these are affiliate links with Running Warehouse. However, it doesn't mean much for you. It just helps out my channel so I can keep making these videos. Which leads to, which one would I pick? I am very torn. Thought about this for a while, which shoe I would buy here. What's most important to me in a running shoe, my number one is always going to be comfort. Being fast comes second, and response and all of that stuff just comes a little bit behind comfort. And I think for that reason, I'm gonna go with the SC Elite V3. Again, it is a very close match here. I surely think that the Endorphin Pro 3 is very comfortable, but the fact that I know I can take the SC Elite V3 on a half marathon distance run and my feet feel completely fine that day later on and the next day, that is a huge deal to me because it gives me confidence that I could take this even longer. Now, I am still gonna use the Pro 3 all the time for tempo workouts. I still love the way this shoe feels underfoot, but if I just wanna know that I can wear a super shoe but also feel comfortable in it, then the SC Elite V3 is the option for me. I hope this video gave you an idea of how these both feel compared to one another and hopefully helped you to figure out which one of these shoes is right for you. If you've tried either of these shoes, both of them, just one of them, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Well, everyone, that concludes my video of which shoes should you buy, the New Balance SC Elite V3 or the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit the notifications bell so you can find out every time I upload a new video. Looks-wise though, I kinda dig this a little more. I have another video for you next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and do not forget to run like Heller. See you next time. After a long week of... If you've been on the East Coast, if you live in the Northeast area,